I was watching Stormzy at Glastonbury in the crowd when he headlined. I went out to watch him in the crowd. I literally had like a lump in my throat thinking,
it's real though.
This is like mad for the wider scene and the culture and what everybody's put in to get to the point where like one of our own can be headlining Glastonbury.
It's crazy when you think about it.
Yeah.
So obviously we're here at Egg Night Club. Like I used to hold raves there back in the day. Like how do you feel about clubs reopening?
I think it's proper sick that people are able to get out and enjoy clubs again. This actual room, like I've DJ'd in that booth there. And I was just checking, is this the same room? But it actually is.
Reload session.
Yeah. So obviously Egg is legendary.
Yeah, definitely.
Had some of the biggest DJs in the world. So yeah, it's fun. It's good to be back in it actually and doing this here.
So tonight with Target, I was lucky enough to see a couple of episodes, man.
Black music artists are making waves across the world, and we now have a weekly show to celebrate the culture. I'm going to be hooking up with the UK's biggest talent for amazing performances and great chat. This is real.
Before we talk more about the show, like I want to take it back to the early Grime days because that's how I know you, from being the producer of the year of the century. Like you've been integral to the scene, but like how has it been seeing this, like the scene grow for the past 2 decades? Like 20 years old now. It's
mad. Seeing how far it's grown and developed into like this wider culture now, because you wouldn't have drill without
thank you.
You wouldn't have it. Like people would be like, how it's not the same. Like Grime set the foundations, 100%. Set the tone. It was the first kind of UK rap identity properly.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Not like disrespected any of the UK rappers that came before, because a lot of them did their thing, but when Grime came along, it gave everyone London and then further afield like its own real identity, its own sound. There was nothing American about it. It was ours.
Our own thing. Yeah,
and
man.
that was the seed that was planted that has grown to all of this. So there wouldn't be a drill scene.
Afro swing.
All of this stuff.
For real.
So I remember I was watching Stormzy at Glastonbury in the crowd when he headlined. And I was there? I went out to watch him in the crowd. I literally had like a lump in my throat thinking,
it's real though.
This is like mad for Stormzy, one, but like secondly, like for the wider scene and the culture and what everybody's put in to get to the point where like one of our own can be headlining Glastonbury.
It's crazy when you think about it.
Yeah. But I'd love to see a new Grime artist come through, young, 19, and just
ready.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. And I think it's definitely possible.
Yeah, it's possible. But do you feel like drill kind of overtaken that though?
Overtaking it in terms of like, in a numbers way, and what I feel like the young people are buying into. I feel like if you're into rap music or music from the streets, drill seems to be connecting more. Like
but drill reminds me of Grime.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's
same thing what we used to do. They're doing that. It's just
and I think that's what is resonating though.
Right, true that.
With the young audience, that is their direct connection to what's happening around them. You've got all these different guys who are coming through and they're making it seem fun as well.
Yeah, it's important.
And I think that's what the young audience is buying into, that.
Like, why do you think it's important to have a show like this right now? Like,
I think just reflecting where the culture is at and where it's grown to.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, you've got headliners at Glastonbury, you've got sold out concerts, tours, left, right and centre, you've got #1 albums, like literally like week in, week out. It's normal.
It's normal.
Like, remember when it was like one a year? Like you'd have just a Dizzy or just a and I think there's the first for like live music is probably bigger than ever, and I think that there isn't anywhere that really kind of packaged it all up. And we're like, here you go, here's some of your favourite artists, here's some new ones for you to check out, here's some like conversations, like, but done like in a way, we wanted to make sure the show was like of a level like that could stand up against any, do you know what I mean? Like the artists deserve it, the fans of the music deserve it. But that was one of the main things. Like if we're gonna do this, like we've got to try our best to do it as big as we can.
100%.
Otherwise, we're not doing
justice.
Everybody justice.
Yeah, absolutely. Why do you think a show like this? What do you think it means representation wise? Like, how important is it to show, you know, young black creatives on mainstream TV?
It's really important.
Yeah.
I think, you know, the next generation, hopefully they can come up now and they can see alongside all the other shows that exist. Although there's a lack of music shows in general, but they can directly look at this and say, right, that's something that you can aspire to and hopefully give some inspiration as well.
Yeah, sure.
That's why, again, trying to make sure that we had new artists on the show, new rappers on the show. It's not just, oh, if I get to being a #1 artist one day, I might get onto this show, which is, back in the day, I remember like Top of the Pops.
That's how it felt,
and
I can imagine
UK
that.
and like, very few people was in with a chance of getting on to those kind of shows, whereas this is like, it's a celebration. I think firstly, it's a celebration of like where we're at in terms of like the music, and whether that's like singer-songwriters, rappers, drill artists, grime art, the whole thing. But I think it's really important as well for that representation.
Definitely.
Now more than ever on a TV show.
All right, what should people be getting excited about? What gas the people up? Like, what can you give us about the show that's coming up in the next few weeks and months?
Whether you're into your rap, whether you're into your drill, whether you're into something a bit more melodic, like we're trying to cater for everybody.
Any exclusives you can give us of who you got on?
I might be able to give you a couple of names. I don't want to give away the full thing just yet. But now we've got some really exciting acts. We've got Georgia Smith on the show.
Jeez.
We've got M. Honcho on the show. Unknown T's on the show. Mahalia Western. I don't know. I should probably stop there.
Stop there, yeah.
It's
a 5
like,
is enough.
Every week there's like, it's just packed with artists and the ciphers, and there's just loads of different angles that we kind of look at the scene and look at the culture and try and just bring all that to everybody in 45 minutes. So it's non-stop though. It's not like a 45 minutes where you're just
sitting around,
like, it's like bang. Like, It's all happening.
Dope.
So
it's needed, man.
Yeah,
it's needed.
I'm hoping that people just enjoy what we've put together for them, really.
Man. So where do you see black music in the next 5 to 10 years? UK, worldwide as well?
I think the UK, like we both know, has grown from when it was tiny, tiny to like the point where we're at now, where it's huge. But I feel like there's still
more to go.
Still more, because we still got that mega international superstar artist thing to do. Do you know what I mean? Like some of our artists are doing well in certain territories and they can go and sell out a show or whatever. But like, I'm talking like to the level of like, you know, like a 50 Cent or Kanye West or a Jay-Z, where you're known across the globe. Like you're literally doing the similar numbers that you're doing at home than you are around the world. I think we're on our way to that.
Well, Target, I appreciate your time, man. It was good catching up with you.
Great to catch up with you as always, bro.
Looking forward to your show, man. This is long overdue. The scene needs it, man.
Thank you, bro.
So congrats, bro.
Yeah, hope everyone enjoys, man, and we get to come back for season 2.
Come on. You know what to do, BBC, man.
That was like a little slight message to the BBC.
Got to be done.
No, big up, bro.